to episode 33 of the Red Sea podcast. Another early one, which is again, surprising, having Heaven's Lights once again behind me, even though it is relatively cloudy today, which finally, hopefully, means Greece is gonna get a taste of fall and winter and not just a super long summer. So yeah, um, thank you all first of all so much for the support on the England Greece vlog that you gave and the shorts that came with it. I think all those in total with the vlog being around 60 views and all the shorts in total, I think that's around 3,000 views, which is insane. So again, thank you all very much to start off with that. Uh, if you all like what you see, if you all haven't seen the vlog, do subscribe and like anything and everything you do, of course. Doesn't cost you nothing, it helps me incredibly much. You can't imagine how much it helps. Uh, Also, do go check out the show on socials in general. Instagram and Twitter are where the most updates and interaction happens. Uh, TikTok's finally active once again. I finally managed to get TikTok active. Uh, and the Patreon is finally up, but there will probably be a separate announcement video for that either later today or tomorrow. I'll see, because I'm still working some minor details out, but it is up. That's the thing. That's the main thing that I wanted to do. Uh, so yeah, and of course, all the episodes do go up on Spotify a few hours after the live stream ends. So there is that as well. Go follow anywhere and everywhere you like and desire, of course. Uh, now, now. What a week. What a chaotic week full of so many mixed emotions basketball wise. Of course, on the 15th of the month, Olympiacos played Armani Milano and they won 89 to 68. And yesterday, on the 18th, FS Olympiacos happened and the game ended 91 to 89. I did expect a 2 out of 2, to be fully honest. I really did expect a 2 out of 2. I was hopeful. I was hopeful that the Kers, quote unquote, against FS away would break. Uh, uh, for those of you who don't know, we haven't beaten FS away since 2017, uh, which is some years too many, in my opinion. But yes, that Kers didn't break due to one reason or another. Uh, but let's focus on the positives to start off. Uh, Tuesday was honestly just such a joy to watch. We really felt like we had almost no flaws in the game. Uh, Everything went right. Everything went perfectly right. uh, Let me actually do go check out the stats. Yes, even from the three, We had 44%, which is very good. 60% from the two. The only problem that Tuesday showed uh, are the rebounds. The rebounds that are a recurring problem for Olympiacos. Yes, yes, that's an amazing point that I was gonna bring up in a second. That 38% from two just shows me that we played incredible defense. Of course, that comes down to the the playtime of the monster that is Mustafa Fall as well. Those 12 such crucial minutes, honestly. Uh, but yes, aside the recurring rebound problem, that, as I said yesterday on Twitter, for those of you who do follow, um, the solution, in my opinion, is on its way. Like, I think people forget that there is the return of Nikola Milutinov around the corner that will just not only help so much with the rebounds, but improve that second unit issue we've been sort of having by unimaginable amount. We all know what Milu offers, and we all know what Milu can fix from our problems. Um, so yeah, just people showed up. That's the main thing with their money. Of course, the absolutely incredible showing of Sakil McKissick, which let me focus on him for a slight second, because against Armani he had 22, 3 and 2, and even yesterday he had 17, 1 and 5. Sakil, to many, was a goner from the team. There were there was stuff said in the summer that he's getting too old. Of course, if I'm not that mistaken, it was Monaco who was reportedly interested in him. So that was circling around media for a long while. Injury frequency came up, anything and everything came up, and for the majority of our fans, yeah, quote unquote fans, he was a goner, and we've started uh, we've started the season, and bar the minor injury he had where he missed the great tournament, he's been one of our best. Shaq brings consistency that 90% of our roster doesn't have. Yes, he looks like a man on a mission. He looks like a man possessed, honestly. He's worked on his physique so much. He just looks hungry to take every chance he's given. Shaq has always been there. He's never complained about the playtime he gets. He's never complained when he even got some did not play. And even if it's 5, 10, 20 minutes that he plays, he will give it his all. And for me, I've said this in the summer as well, you all can go back and look. For me, that's why there is no Olympiacos proper roster without Shaq in it. That's why I was almost preaching for Shakil to stay. Also, do excuse me about my breathing issues, but the weather is weird and it is probably just allergies. So yes, Shaq will just spend the season shutting people up, as it seems. And I'm gonna enjoy every single moment of it, knowing that I was one of the surprisingly few that was in for him staying in the team. Now, moving on to the, I think, already undoubtable MVP of the season, the man that can, on a quiet day, just drop even double doubles from what we saw last week. But a man that on a quiet day can just drop 22, 7, and 1, and even on a bad team day, he can drop 16, 6, and 2. That, of course, is the man that's been collecting the the MVP trophies like stickers. Like, I don't know what to even say. And the man that will be collecting the MVP trophies all season, hopefully all the way up to the main MVP. And that, of course, is a man that I don't know how we went a whole season without. And that, of course, is Sasha Vezenkov. Are there really any words to describe the impact Sasha has on the team? Like, from the ability to just pull up from fucking nowhere and just dead shot it in. The ability to see passes that almost no one else sees, the cuts he makes, and he's even improved immensely defensively. Like I can name the double team he saw yesterday on St. Larkin, who just got fully forced into a turnover. He's perfect up and down, that is. And I think the Sasha that we will continue to see this season is a million times better than any one of us even expected. Yes, I agree fully. Sasha is an 8 out of 10 on a bad day. And the thing with Sasha, the thing that I admire the most about Sasha is more or less what I said, that Sasha just does everything without drawing the slightest bit of attention on him. Like, it sometimes feels like you look up to the scoreboard and he has 7, 1, and 5, and then you look up and he has 20. It's something incredible in my mind because Sasha is a team player that can kill any game on his own as well. Sasha is a player that every single European team would want. Sasha is a player that every single European team would need. And for me, Sasha right now is the best player in Europe. And it's not close, in my opinion. And I think he will continue to be, hopefully, all the way up to the trophy. Yes, he wasn't just MVP for round 2 and 3, though. He got MVP in the Basket League as well. He was MVP of the Super Cup as well. He was top scorer of the Super Cup. The trophies he's racking up are crazy. Like, I think we look forward to the end of the season and some sort of record is gonna be broken. It's indescribable what he does. Like, again, even on days like yesterday, he had 16, 6, and 2 in 30 minutes. His defense was amazing. He was one of the few who did try his best at least to stop Shane Larkin helping walk up every chance he got. It's it's a blessing. I think that's the best word. It's a blessing to have Vezenkov in the team. And God, am I glad he signed that 5-year deal because Jesus Christ, we missed him. We missed him for the year that he was gone. And he did come back so improved, which I didn't even think was possible, honestly. But he came back so improved. And then there are some teams that tell you that he doesn't fit in the roster. Not much to say on that. Yes, I know. He even joked about putting Spanulis at 2. But can you even blame the guy? Sak has been teammates with both, of course. Uh, but what Sak and Sasha do together is one of the most unexpected but best combinations that I've seen. Sasha for me is up there. Of course, there is some recency bias in that, but Sasha for me is up there with the. He is at near the top of this club's history for me, especially if we do go on and win the damn thing this year. I do believe that Sasha can be one of the legends of this club. If he isn't already, of course, but I am kind of counting it as a reason for us to lift the Euroleague. Hopefully again. I'm sure that it's not only Shaq. I honestly am sure that it's not only Shaq who would say that Sasha is his favorite player ever. Now, moving on to a man that yesterday, especially yesterday, showed up unexpectedly. Not, no, I wouldn't say unexpectedly, but showed up finally, is what I want to say. And that, of course, is Evan Fournier. Evan Fournier is getting better and better. Evan Fournier yesterday showed the confidence that we know he has as a player, and he showed the insane ability we also know he has as a player. Of course, Evan did make uh, the main mistake at the end of the game, but that's because he was kept out. That's mostly because he was kept out for a while for honestly a reason that I do not know, that I can't comprehend yet. Because I can give a reason, for example, for why Torresay was kept out for a bit, but I don't know why Evan was kept out of the game for so long. Of course, he got 21-0 in 16 minutes with some 3 pointers that were straight up just nasty. He had, of course, 2 converted free throws, 3 out of 5 twos, 4 out of 6 threes, with a total of 64 in field goals. Uh, no words for what he did yesterday. He was amazing. He did show the Evan that we know came here to play. The Evan that did say that we have and that we can win every game we play. That we have the ability to win every game we play. That's why I'm saying that uh, yesterday's loss isn't just a reason to straight up hit the panic button and say the season's fucked. Because yesterday's loss, of course, wasn't something to be happy about, especially the way it happened. I think it was more or less the pride that was talking yesterday, given how we lost the game. Because we did give the game away. Like there is no hiding that we did give the game away. Uh, but we will move from it and we will improve. And given that it is still round 4, moving into round 5, and if I'm not completely mistaken, moving into round 5 and playing Bayern. Yes, we are playing Bayern on the 25th away. Uh, there is a huge positive base to build on from yesterday. And the main person of that positive base is Evan Fournier. Uh, People were saying why didn't Dorsey get used more? The only reason I can think of why Dorsey didn't get used in the end is because there is also defense that plays a part. And sadly, and I'm not blaming Tyler for that, Larkin did start picking up uh, form when Dorsey was in. So that may be a reason. A player that I don't get why he he played the way he played, honestly, yesterday is Philip Petrusev. I don't know what's happening with Philip. I don't know if it's another uh, Huang case and his agent just blew his brains in the air. I don't know if he just needs to be benched for a while so he can just recover his form, that he can realize where he is. Because he was I usually don't tend to focus on a bad player's performance, but he was annoying yesterday. And it's not that he was annoying because he played badly, because again, I wouldn't give the slightest fuck because I know that can be improved. But Philip was annoying because he looked like he didn't care. Yes, exactly. Especially in the back. Uh, he needs to mature mentally. I know. I agree. Especially in the back, he looked like he didn't give the slightest fuck about what he was doing. Uh, I did read the description that he had that blasé type of look, and I agree. I actually agree. I don't get why Alec didn't get his minutes yesterday. Because if he does continue like this, if there is anyone who deserves extra minutes out there, it is the man that's been eating up every second of playing time he gets, and the man that's been more loyal to the red and white side than most have, and that's of course Alec Peters. He deserves Phillips minutes, in my opinion. And with Milutinov coming back, Wright and Petroshev need to calm a bit for me. Not focusing that much on Wright because it is clearly just bad run of form, and it's not anything more than that. At least it doesn't look like it's anything more than that. But especially Petrusev needs to be benched a bit because Petrusev needs to see where he's at and what level of club he's playing for. He looks like a kid who was told he wasn't allowed to get ice cream. Yeah, honestly, at some point he looked like he was about to throw a tantrum, and I don't know why. I can't explain it. I really, really can't explain it. I don't know what switch flipped suddenly. Uh, Another person that I do kind of wanna focus on before I move on to the man himself, Mustafa Fall, is Luca Vildoza, because I did see some things about Luca Vildoza once again yesterday, and I do want to remind you all that Luca has a specific role in this team, and Luca does that specific role perfectly. Was he his good self yesterday? No, Luca was mediocre yesterday. He wasn't bad, but Luca was mediocre yesterday. But I don't know why people just refuse to accept that Luka is a very important part of this team. And Luka, just like Evan, just like even Sasa, just like Shaquille, he will keep improving. And again, once Keenan comes back, there is also a chance that Luka doesn't start games or doesn't get so much playing time and he picks up a different role and he'll be fine with that. Luka is another Shaquille case for me. A player that will never say an absolute word about how much he plays or what role he has, but will give it all to the team. He'll give it absolutely everything once he's out there on the court to play. And that's why, again, he's my most underrated transfer of the season. And I do think that he'll fight for a more and more important role. And I do think that he can fight for a more and more important role. And I think that the return of Milutinov with Vildoza's passing ability will just show us a duo that many didn't expect, but will show us a duo that we'll all enjoy so much. Now, going on to the man, the beast of Olympiacos, the, the alligator, of course, Mustafa Fall. This man has been back for a game and a half. This man has been back for a game and a half, and he showed that he's not only clinical for our play defensively, because the the rim is just a forbidden space when Moves is on the court. Uh, but offensively as well, like when do I even start? Do I start on the PNR plays? Do I start on the passes? Do I start on the just fight that he puts, the advantage he has over most big men of the Euroleague? He's something else. Moose is something else. And I honestly can't begin to believe that there were people that doubted Mustafa's uh, renewal. Oh, that's an interesting one. How many how many minutes a game do I think he can play? With uh, Milu coming back, I don't necessarily think we need to pressure most this much. Uh, I think he'd be good with like half the game or a bit less. Uh, but I would still go and give him like the 18 minutes he played yesterday. I think the case with using Moose is more of when than how long, if that makes sense. Uh, because again, yesterday, for example, Moose just destroyed uh, Vincent. He destroyed him. Like there is no other way to put it. He did nothing. Uh, Moose is multi-tool. Moose can do anything. So I know that when Barzokas wants him, he'll use him. But for me, he gets 15 to 20 minutes of game time. I think that's the risk-free uh, game management that would be ideal for him. But again, not a coach, just a dude rambling on in front of a camera. The last thing I want to touch on, more or less, unless more questions come in, of course, uh, is coach. Coach Bay. There was a lot of things written yesterday. Was the game managed weirdly yesterday? Maybe. Yeah. Not a coach, can't say. I can only speak from a player's experience, and that's also minimal. He had his reasons for what he did. We all know Barzokas, we all know that he has his ways. He has some stuff he gets stuck on, and he has some flaws, like all coaches do. I can't name a coach that doesn't have any flaws. Even the best of the best have flaws. But the chat that's been going on that Coach B can't fix his flaws, in my mind, is insane. In my mind, it's absolutely insane for a man that's changed playing philosophy at least two times in his incredibly coaching career, honestly. I don't get it. Hmm. We have lost three of our four quarters. It is a big concern or something that happens and averages out over the season. Hmm. Hmm. Depends, in my opinion. It depends. It really depends on the game. Uh, for example, honestly, with Milano, just happened games like the fourth quarter against Milano when you have the difference you have, it happens and it will average out. Concerns are games like FS, where we were in front the entire game. Yes, we did lose the second quarter, but again, that second quarter is a whole different talk. Uh, and a whole different loss of concentration that needs to just come back. It depends on the game. I don't think you can put it in one or another category. Uh, the main problem with losing the fourth quarters is the main problem we have with losing some of our second quarter, and that's lack of concentration and turnovers. Uh, as long as we keep a consistent first to third, losing the fourth isn't a concern. I think that's the best answer I can give. Because, for example, yesterday we had a great first, we had a good third, but we had a bad second. So we lost it in the fourth. Because yesterday we didn't lose the fourth quarter, we lost the whole game in the fourth quarter. Uh, so it really goes on to depend on how the rest of the game has gone. That's at least my opinion. Uh, as I was saying before I moved on to the question, the toxicity there is about Coach B is stupid. There is no other way to put it. You have a bunch of 20-year-olds like me, you have a bunch of even 30-year-olds sitting on their couch just saying that coach should do this, should do that he can't manage rosters like this, that his ceiling is below this, that, this mistake, that mistake. With what right do you judge Barjokas on things that you can't even begin to understand? Again, Coach B has flaws. We know that. We know the flaws Coach B has. But there isn't a single doubt in my mind that Coach B can get this team to where it needs to be. Because, of course, with a roster like this, we'll have big demands. As we should. We are Olympiacos. Uh, but I know that Coach B can get this team to where it is. And I think also, like I responded to a post yesterday, it's too early to talk about the end of the season, and it's too early to panic. I think that will be my closing statement of today, that it is way, way, way too early to panic. It's round four, for God's sake. It's round four. I know that our record is neutral, but if you just take a second to look at the standings. Uh, we are seventh. We're seventh, tied up with most teams of the league, uh, with only a win difference from the top. Coach B, I think he's won it minimum twice, I think. But I'm pretty sure you're right. Yes, I'm pretty sure you're right. I'm pretty sure he's won it 3 times. And he's about to win it a fourth. That's the thing. For me, he's about to win it a fourth time. And yet, people just call for his head. It's the same people that call for Vendilibar's head, honestly. But yes, it's too early to panic. Let's just take it game by game for now, please. And again, feel like I say this every show. Get this Greek distraction mentality out of your head. I'm trying to get it out of mine. That's why I've learned the lesson of not necessarily speaking immediately after the loss, where we are all boiling. Our blood is just boiling. And that's why I take my time and tell everyone to take a moment after every loss, especially losses like that, and see stuff logically. That's my best advice. And I think with that, Ellen, of course, I'll see you all tomorrow after the Olympiakos game, or at worst case, Monday. At worst case scenario, the next show will be on Monday. The Patreon announcement will be now that it is finally officially up. It will be up either today or tomorrow, and there is some collab announcements on their way as well that I've been so happy about finally announcing officially. I think that's that though. And uh with my voice just giving out through my nose, uh I just wanna thank you all for the insane support because it's been insane. It's been something I could have never expected, and with the quality of this show slowly elevating, I hope to give everything that you all want back to you. Thank you.